Today we are going to talk about how to bring traffic from your website into your Zoho CRM. In this case, as you can see, we have a web form and we like to bring the traffic into your Zoho CRM. That's the purpose of this session. I am going to show you how to use the new and updated Zoho Forms feature. The feature was existed in the market for 1,005 years, and Zoho released an update to this feature a few weeks ago, and this is what I like to show you today. So in order to achieve this goal, you will need to go to your CRM and you will need to click on the settings, and then on the bottom you will see the web forms link, and it will be under the developer space. Now you don't need to be a developer to use this feature, okay? Let's click. Now I will need to click on the new form, and then I will configure, let's say, this specific one. So that will be a landing page that I am using for my real estate package. So the form that I'm going to create will be specific for this landing page because it's not part of my website. So I will go here and I will call it real estate package, real estate package form. And the module will be the leads. So the question is, where do you want the traffic to come to? And I want the traffic coming from the website into my leads module, right? And I will click on leads and continue. Next, the system will ask me which fields I like to grab from the user. Here you can see that last name is already existing here, and I cannot remove it even if I want to. There is no way for me to remove this field. And the reason is, this is a mandatory field on my CRM. Every mandatory field that you will have in your CRM will appear on this page. So if you don't want it here, you will need to remove the mandatory requirement from the field, and then it will be gone from this page. Let's assume that I like to have the first name, last name, the company, and I also want to know where they came from. So I will take my lead source, if I can drag it properly. Oh, I was able to do it, and I will select here. Let's see what's making sense for me. Let's do web research. Let's assume that this is for me web research. Of course, it's not true because this is a testing environment, but let's assume that my lead source is web research, and I will also click here on the settings and I will make it as a hidden field. Let's do it again. Web research. Now, because it's a hidden field, no one will be able to see it, because I don't want really people to see this field. I just want to get this information in the background. So if it's an hidden field, no one will be able to see it. And let's click on save, and you can see here there is a small hidden field. And let's assume that I also like to receive the description, which means what they want from me. So let's drag and drop it here. Now you have on the top some basic design options. We're not going to touch that because they're not really great. And I also think that in general, you have here the reset button. I don't think that people really want to have a reset button on their forms, because those are not big forms. It's just first name, last name, and a question. But there is no way for me to remove it. But I will show you how you can bypass all that and bypass also the design. So right now we continue to the next step. On this page we will see the form name, we can see the form location and landing page URL. Now the wording is messed up. So that will be the form location, this is correct. So the form location will be this landing page, and that's perfect. The other one, landing page URL, this is incorrect. It's supposed to be the thank you page URL, because here it will be the redirected page. Once the user is filling the form and submitting it, he will go to this location. So let's have here the location. I think it's thank you. And by the way, I also recommend you, once you have the thank you page, to have some kind of a coupon or something that you can give your clients as a value. Just an idea. And let's go here and let's paste the thank you page. Now, who will be the owner of this lead? In my case, the only owner is Eli, which is in charge of the system, and we have only one user. This is why you can see the signed owner as a one person, but otherwise you will see more options here. If you want to assign some tags, this is an option to have a double opt-in, just to verify with the user if he really wants to be on the list. He will get a second email that he will need to approve. If he is not approving that he is really the one who submitted the form and he likes to send you the information, you will not get it. I don't like this option so much, but it's up to you. Here we have a way to notify the lead owner in case that a lead is coming in. You can use this option. It's nice. If you have a little bit more capabilities, or maybe if you took my Zoho CRM course, I recommend you to use the workflows and use maybe Zoho Click, or a little bit better features than an email. I don't like to use emails so much. My emails is going insane already. Acknowledge user. So if you turn it on, you are able to create an email template, so your user will get an email saying thank you very much for filling the details, I will get back to you in the next 24 hours, something like that. So that's something that you can do using this feature. The visitor tracking will be connected to your Sales IQ. The Sales IQ, it's a system that is basically following your traffic of the website, and it can connect between different pieces of information. Whenever you will go to the lead, you can see how much time he was on your website, where he came from. Very, very nice feature. I really like it. And the last one will be the request approval, in case that you got lots of spam and you like to get some kind of a cage, that you're getting in this cage all those leads, and you can go over them and approve which ones will go to the lead system. So that's basically waiting for your approval. So it's up to you. Let's click on save. And in this point, you're getting three really options: the source, embed, and the iframe. I personally don't use the embed or iframe, and the reason is, let me show you. One second. I need to remove all that. Okay. So if I use the iframe, this is the form that you're going to get. And of course you can have some basic formatting on it. I'm not a big fan of this visual. This is what I have on my website, which I think looks a little bit better, not because that I am a good designer, it's because the form is matching my website design. A designer built this form and we just adjusted the design to the form. So I think this is making sense more for me. Now with this form I have also the reset, which I don't like personally. And again, this is if you use the iframe. Where is it? The iframe option. The embed will look the same. It will just be a different way to use the form on your website. And by the way, the embed and iframe, both of them are very easy to do. It takes 20 seconds to place the iframe or the embed on your web page. It's not difficult. The problem is, design-wise, it's horrible. Now, if you think about it, you're spending lots of time and effort to bring traffic into your website. And when someone's supposed to convert and send you a lead, this is where you present him this ugly form. So I think some people will not use the form and will just continue browsing the website until they disappear. So I personally am not a big fan of this approach. The third approach will be the source. So when you have the source, you will get lots of fields and lots of settings that look something like that. Now, for you as a user, maybe it makes no sense and you don't know what I'm talking about. But what I can tell you is that your web developer can take this code and he can apply it on the form. So visually, the form looks exactly like you want it to look, the same way that your web designer planned for it to look. But on the background, in the background, the code will be this mumble jumble. And whenever someone will send your form, it will be sent to your CRM. So that's a winner. Now, just so you know, so I don't want people to scam you, it will take about 1.5 hours of work to make it happen. So let's say about $100 you're supposed to do. This is what we're charging our clients. So when you're talking to your developer, just make sure that he's not giving you like $500 and some ridiculous numbers that I heard before, okay? So this is the average of what it's supposed to be. Let's proceed. I'm clicking here on done, and now as you can see here, I will have my form. Now you can have multiple forms for different landing pages, no problem. One feature that I really like about the new system is that you can go to the 3 dots and you can create A/B testing. The A/B testing will be that you can create another form that is similar to this form, but you're making some small changes. Let's say instead of calling the button submit, I will call it join or apply now or get a quote. And then you see which form behaves better, which means how many people saw the page and how many people converted to leads. Let's say 100 people saw version A, 100 people saw version B, but version B converted 50%, while version A converted 20%. Now I know that you think what, the submit button or get quote will not make a big change. It will. I saw ridiculous results based on few words. Submit, get quote, join, yellow form or a green form. Huge changes. Now there is no way for me to give you the formula of what works, because every website and every project is aiming for different crowd and they will convert in a different way. So there is no formula to give you. Now you can see here also the flow of people that visited the page, people that started to fill the form and abandoned the form, and people that actually submitted the form. So that's the full flow. So in real life you will see here something like 100 in the visits. In the starters you will see, let's say, 20% and about 5% submissions. So you will see, a flow of how it works. And that's very cool. Now you can also segment it based on time. So let's say you want to see what happened this month, last month, and so on. So that was really the web forms, the new improved web forms. I think if you will do what I just showed you using the source, which you can have a nice design and it will send it to your Zoho CRM, it will be very cool. Another option that is not related to what I showed you is to have an API, to have an integration between your website or your system to Zoho CRM. It's great. The only problem, it's expensive. So it will probably grab a few $100 of your budget to make it happen. And I personally don't see a reason why to do it with API and not do it in the way that I just showed you, which is work perfectly. Thank you very much for watching this session. If you liked it, thumbs up. And if you have any questions, shoot them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching this session. We'll see you in the next time.